I believe marketing is the engine, while sales is the end product. That is your movement. Your car can't start if there is no battery in it. So marketing is that battery that gets your car to move, which is sales, the end product. It's one thing to create a brand. It's another thing to make people want to always come back to your brand. That is where marketing comes in. Marketing never stops.
Welcome to theBLOcounsel, where we talk about everything personal development and business development. On this episode, we will dive into the Nigerpreneur segment, where we discuss with Nigerian entrepreneurs, their journey, struggles, and lessons learned on their path to success.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to be here again on another episode of theBLOcounsel. My name, of course, as usual, your favorite, Babatunde Olaniran. Today, as usual, I know you guys know already, we are always talking about something that's going to take us from point A to point B, not point B back, point B forward. But and today, we're going to be going the angle of marketing, and we're going to be talking about creating awareness for your products or your offering or your service or whatever it is that you want to bring into the marketplace. And there is no better person to discuss this with us today than the beautiful, some people call her Paula Creates. Well, she's going to be showing us how to create awareness. But please help me welcome Paula Ochoma. She's a brand manager for various companies and businesses, both locally and internationally. And for any of you that wants to hear a lot about marketing today, I think you will do yourself a lot of good by staying tuned until the end of this show. So please welcome Paula for me. It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hi. So, we would, I know we've been talking on the back, but please tell us a little bit about you. Let's, get to know you. Maybe introduce yourself more. Maybe I didn't do justice introduction.
I mean, you did justice to it. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I am Paula Ochoma. My business name is Paula Creates. Basically, what we do is we deal with content strategy, brand management, everything that has to do with creating your brand awareness, making sure you're out there and, nobody can see your brand and swipe by.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So, let's just, dive into it because I know people want to hear what they can do to get their business into the next level. Of course, as someone who is involved in business myself, I understand the need for marketing and sales. I always see my primary responsibility as sales,
Sure.
Whether you're a CEO, you're whatever it is, your primary role is, if the company doesn't make sales, then there's really nothing about it. So, but at the same time, I know that people look at marketing, some people confuse it with sales.
Yeah.
But in my own view, I think it's very important that they work hand in hand. They must communicate with each other in an organization. They must work together. I would like us to start from that angle of, let's even help our audience differentiate between marketing and sales. From your point of view, like I would always say, marketing is, these are the things that you do in order to make people aware of what you have to offer them, But sales, on the other hand, are the things you do to actually sell to the people. So, but from your own experience, give us an idea of some of the key, maybe 1-2 differences you feel between marketing and sales.
All right. So to me, I mean, this is one thing I tell everyone. I believe marketing is the engine, while sales is the end product. That is your movement.
Makes sense.
For example, your car can't start if there is no battery in it.
True.
So marketing is that battery that gets your car to move, which is sales, the end product. Marketing is the point where you create awareness. You let people know about your brand. Marketing isn't just a one-time thing. It is a process. It is a long-time effort. It is something you keep doing over and over the years. I'm going to give you an instance. When you see maybe the guys in Computer Village.
Yes.
When you go to Computer Village and you want to buy something. That moment when they are saying, "Ah, yellow brother, yellow sister, fine boy, fine girl," that is their form of marketing. That is their form of trying to draw your attention.
Creating awareness.
Creating awareness.
Interesting.
I sell this, so you want iPhone? I have. Fine jeans is here. If you go to a market where they sell clothes, that is the point. That is marketing for them. And what happens after that? If you are looking for any of those things, if you do not have an actual person you're going to meet there, you will follow that person, check what they have in store, buy, and that is where sales come in. Sales is when that is the final level. That is the purchase level where, okay, you have used your voice, trained your voice, and gotten this person to come to meet you. Now it is time to sell your products and make sure that, you get in profits. So basically for me, marketing is your engine. Marketing is everything you pour into your business, from the money you pour in for advertising, to create brand awareness, to how you are able to create customer loyalty, because it's one thing to create a brand. It's another thing to make people want to always come back to your brand. That is where marketing comes in. Marketing never stops. You always have to put your brand out there. I'm going to give you an instance of, Domino's. They always send emails. Once you buy from Domino's once, they will have your phone number. They will have your email. They're always going to keep on sending you emails, being in your face. But if you go outside, you can see Domino's in almost every local government. But they won't say because we are everywhere, people will surely walk in. We're not going to market ourselves online or, keep buzzing our old customers. That is when they're trying to build customer loyalty. They keep buzzing their customers. So marketing is a long-term process. Sales, it could be a one-time thing. If your marketing is not done right, sales could happen once and not happen again. Because you have not been able to maintain those customers. So sales is like your end product. It's your final destination. You can't do marketing without expecting sales.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're a business. You want to sell.
Absolutely.
But how do you sell this product? How do you make sure people make direct purchases? How do you make sure people move from clicking on your website, meeting a landing page, to finally getting your product? It is through your marketing you do that. How you've been able to put your brand out there. That's how you do that. So to me, as you've said, they work hand in hand, but I need people to understand that you cannot sell without marketing, especially online. You can't sell properly without marketing. Any form of little thing you do, even if it's you just stand up and you do a video saying, this bag is fine, is this, is that, that's a form of marketing.
Absolutely.
Any little thing you do to make sure you're putting your products out there properly. If you take, even if it's a picture you just take with your phone, with it on your chair, and you post it up, you've marketed it in a little way, in the little way that you can. Even if it's sending BCs to your friends of what you do, that is a form of marketing. So marketing is anything you do to create brand awareness, to keep your customer loyalty, to make sure those customers stay loyal to you, and to also make sure that in the long run, your brand is always remembered and imprinted in people's memory. While sales is just the point where you just, oh, I've purchased this thing now. For example, I could walk into a store, buy something, and probably never go to that store ever again if I don't pass that direction. That's sales. True. Sales doesn't lead to anywhere.
The marketing carries
you from all the points your consumer or your targeted audience needs to go through in order to meet you and purchase.
That's the end goal, sales.
Exactly. So once they purchase, if it is now good, for example, let's say you're based online.
Yes.
If your product is good and they purchase, and imagine maybe for the next 4 months, you don't post anything about that product. You may not have a returning customer. But marketing is that consistent posting, that consistent effort to make sure people keep seeing your brand.
Until
that would now make that customer return. Then you have testimonials, and then you have, things that lead to that customer becoming a loyal customer. How did that person become a loyal customer? Through your marketing.
Wow. Okay. I hope you guys have your pen and your paper down, because we're going to be having a lot of, things to jot down today. I didn't even realize that there was a style for people in Yaba market to market, but so if you're watching this one is not only for digital marketing. If you have store in Yaba, you can contact
That's why I say
Paula.
there's traditional marketing and there's digital marketing. So there's this traditional. They walk around, they garner people.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I just didn't think of that concept as a concept of marketing. But thank you for the clarification of marketing and sales, because
Sure.
it's very key. Like I said, a lot of people just think it's the same thing. That's why when you tell some people, "Oh, you need to put this amount of money in your marketing," they don't even, like, maybe you want to play them or you want to scam them.
I'm
They
trying
don't
to make money.
understand.
You are telling me to spend more
To spend
money.
more money. What are you talking about? So I think that clarification is very key. But I know we've been talking about online, and before we even dive into the online space, how much do you think? Well, we know everybody's on social media today, but how much do you think the online space has changed the face of marketing, today? How much, how do you see the attraction? Do you think people are still doing some traditional marketing, or is online just taking over everywhere? What are your thoughts?
Do you see Chicken Republic banners on the road?
Well, I've not noticed.
Maybe for their referral pack or something.
Maybe billboards once in a while.
Okay, so that's traditional marketing. And if you go online, especially on Twitter, Chicken Republic is literally always tweeting every minute.
Oh, okay.
So that shows you that they carry out both
Makes sense.
online and
Traditional
marketing. That's digital marketing and traditional marketing.
So, do you see? Anyways, what do you think about the future of that space? I'm just curious before we go into what it is.
I think for marketing your brand online or going into, the online space, social media and all of that, I feel like we have seen from everything going on these days in our, present age that it is very important for any business that is trying to go beyond the norm to be online. You can't have a well-functioning business if you don't have a social media presence these days. It's just like when you meet someone and the person tells you, "Oh, I sell shoes for men, I sell bags for men." Nobody asks, "Oh, let me see pictures" anymore. If you even try showing them pictures, they'll say, "Oh, do you have an Instagram page?
True.
Do you have a Facebook page?" If it's Facebook the person is used to, "Oh, okay, let me take your WhatsApp number." Every time the transaction ends up being online. So you don't see, except, the person has the product in hand. But if they don't, and, they're just talking to you about it, at the end of the day, if you're going to purchase, you have to have a contact to that person. Sure. You won't call the person and say, "Okay, oh, let me see the brown bag," and maybe see the brown bag in your mind. No, you need to have, if it's on WhatsApp, they send you pictures or videos, or you see it on their status and you finally purchase. So everything has been streamlined to being online.
I guess the online space is going to be
me, for instance. I'm not going to lie, I don't like going to the market. You would hardly see me, going to the market, maybe mile 12.
But does anybody
if I can shop online?
I'm wondering, do people like to go into the market nowadays?
Some people will say, I have a friend that will say, "No, I can get it cheaper here, so I must go to the market. I can haggle prices at the market." But because we like soft life,
Absolutely.
When push comes to shove with how the economy is going, we will land in the market. But if I am left to do me, I would sit in the comfort of my home and purchase on, platforms that sell groceries online. So everything now you can do literally almost anything online.
Makes sense.
You can learn anything online. You can do anything online. You can purchase anything online.
Absolutely. Well, Tunde Olaniran Farms has an online market store to buy food stuff. If I don't say that, they will fire me. So, yeah. So I have to talk about it anyways. Mm-hmm. So, nice. So let's look at the online now. I want us to kind of like zoom into the online space, mostly because it looks like this is where the trend is really moving to. And I think it's important for those that are, whether it is you have a really established business or you are just trying to start your business, to try to at least have an idea of maybe some of the tips or some of the things, you can do to actually get that your online presence going.
Okay.
So what type of tips would you give maybe a fresh entrepreneur now, that say, okay, I want to start a business, I have limited resources, maybe, just not a lot of money. This money that I have I want to even put it into the products, so it's not like I have a lot of money for marketing. Where do I start from, what would be your advice? Are you going to tell them to go and borrow money?
Okay, so I mean, to be honest, I believe anyone starting a business, if there's one thing I would always say, even I myself, if I started to start a business right now, regardless of what I'm doing, I would always section a budget for marketing. And mind you, that is not just social media management.
Okay.
Social media management is just a branch in digital marketing.
Oh, okay.
So I always say this, if you're starting up a business, if you are starting up properly and you have a capital, then somewhere in that capital should be something you have put aside for how you're going to market your brand. Because let's even say, okay, you decide you want to run your page yourself. Yeah. You are going to need to do promotions. Maybe even if you don't have a targeted audience and you just want to do promotions on Instagram, you're going to need to boost a post. You're going to spend money. So you should be ready to put aside something to develop that business online. Now, for tips of things you can do, one of the first things I always tell people to do, or I do for my clients, is having a clear-cut strategy. Now, there is a brand strategy and there is a marketing strategy. This just simply means brand strategy has to do with, what your branding is going to look like, what your message is going to be. Who are you? What do you do? How am I going to see this brand anywhere and know it's this brand? What are your brand colors? What's your brand guide? What is going to make me know, oh, if I come online and I look at my phone, oh, is this people? Without even
Makes
having
sense.
to look at your page name, that thing has to be in place. That is brand strategy. And then, of course, your marketing, your brand marketing. This is where you go into online advertising, try to get your targeted audience, know their pain points, know how to communicate with them effectively, how to relate with them, how to make sure you have been able to show them what you can do. This is what we do. This is how we can help you. This is how we can change whatever situation you have. And this is what we can offer you. But at the same time, this is what you can learn from us. So let me give an instance. If I come on a page and all I see are maybe just product pictures, even though the product pictures may look really beautiful, if I don't see anything else to keep me on that page, let's say, for example, you sell skincare and I don't see any value, like, oh, maybe my morning routine, what it should be.
Okay.
For example, I have combination skin. Maybe I come to your page and I can't say anything about, oh, what you should do if you have combination skin. I'm not getting any value from you. And every post I see are just products. You don't probably tell me what these products can do for me. You're not communicating to me. You're just posting what you have in your store. You're not drawing me, who is supposed to be your target audience, in. Because I have a skin concern. I want to be able to purchase from you, but I can't even learn from you to understand my skin better. So why should I trust you enough to buy a product from you?
Absolutely.
So it's not just all about, oh, I want to start a business. You have to look at the two angles. Have a brand guide and then market your product effectively. You will do your SEO optimization. This just simply means your search engine optimization. This has to do with, optimizing your bio if you're on Instagram, optimizing your searches. For example, if you search a random word like burger on Instagram, you'll see certain pages that will come up.
Yep.
It could either be in the name of the brand or it could be in their bio. And then you just see that, oh, okay, these pages sell burger. Okay, I'm looking for burger. I want to eat burger. And before you know it, you could purchase from either one of them.
Absolutely.
Another thing is
That's so
maybe
good.
I regularly search for, places where I can buy outfits. And because you have already optimized your page and, maybe you've put, quality, affordable clothes or something. And these people know, and Instagram notices or the algorithm notices that I always, like posts from pages that sell really affordable things or claim to be affordable or whatnot. They would then bring your page to me.
You recommend it.
Exactly, because I mean there are other things behind the scenes that people like us have to do for your page as well, other
But,
little
let's just
things.
give them the
Little things,
little
but these are
gems.
just the simple things you can
gems.
do. Some people say hashtags are dead, but I personally believe you're not dead.
What does that mean? Hashtags are dead.
So what that means is some people think before, when you use a hashtag like maybe hashtag skincare, your page could get to like a whole lot of people that look at skincare brands and whatnot. Hashtag is basically like building a community or letting, the algorithm know what your post is about, but now some people believe, they don't work that much anymore. But I personally still think, put it.
So it's a plus.
Because
anyway.
yes, I have noticed that even if hashtag does 5% of outreach to people for you on Instagram or Facebook or whichever platform you use it on, even TikTok sometimes, it is still helping you reach an audience.
That could be a buyer.
Exactly. For example, I think there was a time I posted a video on TikTok for a client and she posted something that had to do with exercises you could do in the gym. And I used hashtag gym girly. Now, some people will think, these hashtags don't work. But fun fact, there were a lot of girls, when I checked the bio of people coming in, most of them were people who go to the gym regularly and actually do videos at the gym. So no matter how little it is, everything counts.
Yep.
Use hashtags. Make sure your search engine optimization is done properly. Try and create a connection with your audience. Like I have said, post valuable content.
Yep.
You can post your products. Of course, definitely you should post your products, but make sure you have a mix of valuable content. There are about 4 things I make sure a page I am handling, their strategy has. It has to have educational content or informative content. It also has to have promotional content. And then, of course, entertaining content. So educational, meaning I have combinations, or I don't know what my skin type is. Your post should be able to tell me, this is how you can know your skin type. You're educating me on my type of skin.
Learn more about what the product is about.
Information. You post or you want to post certain products. And you're trying to tell me, these are the benefits of this product. You're informing me. I'm now learning something new from you.
Okay. Yes, this information. Sorry, I mixed it earlier.
Exactly. Go ahead. Exactly. And then, of course, entertaining. This country is already too hard. We want to laugh.
At least something to give people.
Yeah, you don't have to be serious all the time. We want to have fun, when it comes to your page. There's some pages I just go to just laugh my ass off and then, get out of there. So yeah, we want to laugh. We want to be able to relate to what you're posting. If it's memes, whatever. If it's even you doing something or saying something that you think would get people to engage. Mind you, your branding would determine how this content will look. For example, if you're a dentist, you know that if you're going to be dropping things that are entertaining, you're not going to drop something that has to do with maybe Ashake dancing on stage. No, you have to bring it to relate to what you do. Just because you want to trend doesn't mean you should go out of line with your branding. It always has to still come back to what your branding is meant to be like. Nobody is saying be too strict, but make sure your brand is still reflected. For example, let's say if a skincare brand posts a meme and they're like, me after I've spent, I think there was this one that was trending one period, me after I've spent all my money on skincare. And the lady took the skincare she just bought and she put it between the bread. So basically that was her spread for the bread. She can't afford to buy, anything else because she spent all her money on skincare. Basically hinting at how skincare could be expensive and how it is also quite important. So you've passed a message.
Absolutely.
one way
That
or the
makes
other.
sense. That
But
makes
you've
sense.
also made people have fun, catch cruise, get lightheaded.
Have something to talk about.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Before you know it, you have people in your comments saying, engaging. That's how you draw in your audience. It starts engaging and you're like, oh, I know, right? Everything is just so expensive. Do give away for us now, just things like that.
And some people may buy the product and use it as fry to bread too.
Fairs. I mean, you said it would be a good spread anyway. They could try to do that too. And of course, lastly, promotional. So this is where your product pictures come in. I don't believe in stagnant pictures. I believe in pictures that can make me feel something. If you are showing me food and you just leave it there and I'm not seeing any action with that food, I don't really buy into it. For example, you sell shoes and sometimes you can just do a shoe in a plain setup if you don't have much, of course. I mean, because you said for freshers. So
Yes.
if you don't have much, that works. But with time, you should know that you have to improve in your promotions. If it's the shoes on the person's legs, or if it's, a real video that has a message, a story to pass on about that shoe with certain outfits. If it's showing how this shoe can be paired with different things, it's also entertaining to do that too. Just make sure that whatever you're promoting is not looking boring. Make it interesting, make it captivating. Make sure they don't feel the need to swipe past that picture, but rather to like it and even want to say something about how beautiful it looks. This is where in marketing, your videographers come in, your photographers come in, even your UGC creators, user generated content, people who just do content for you, your influencers come in, what you want to get from them. So this is where the whole planning phase takes place, because to achieve these 4 types of content: educational, informational, promotional, and entertaining, you need to put in plans.
Yes. So I think we can even take educational and informational maybe together. Because in my head I'm thinking,
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
So sometimes you could be educating someone about something, about the product, or about themselves. For example, from your educational post could even be a motivational post.
Okay. So far as
You're passing a message.
Exactly.
So educational posts to me pass messages. They pass messages, but informational posts tend to tell you more about that thing.
Okay.
So for an educational post, I gave an instance. I have combination skin. I don't know I have combination skin. Your post might educate me. It could be a video of you talking, or maybe a write-up or a carousel might educate me about what I can, know, or what type of skin types there are. Maybe I don't know there are different skin types. That post will educate me on type of skin types there are. Now, the next post, which will be informative, would now tell me, oh, these skin types, this is how, this is what makes them different. And this is what you should use if you have these skin types. So that's giving me more information. That's letting me know more. But education, you could educate me and tell me, oh, there are different skin types. And you could not post, you can now decide to not post something that lets me know, oh, this is what you can use to help this skin type. And then just start posting product pictures.
Makes sense.
So they have different, they're very similar, but I feel like to me, information lets you know more. But educational could be anything simple. It could even be a motivational kind of post, something that would just spike.
Make them spike the feeling and attraction of the audience.
Every skin type is adored, or every skin type is perfect. No matter your skin type, you're perfect. Now, you've already stylishly told me there are different skin types, even if I did not know before. And then you go on to tell me the different type of skin types. And then you go on to tell me what I can use if I have a certain skin type. So there are processes.
So that makes sense. Thank you. Again, I hope you guys are taking notes. I was even going to say that for a new entrepreneur or somebody who wants to go in, that was why I asked education and information. I was thinking in my head that just remember ECPE, education, promotion, and entertainment. And you know that you need ECPE.
There are other blocks. There's motivation. You could, for example, I have this lady, she sells bags. But once in a while, she could drop videos, motivating women that feel a certain way. Oh, I don't feel like I carry this back because my arm is too fat. She'll say, please rock your arm. Like she just does things that are, lightheaded. Another instance I can give you, I think people who kill branding the most are actually foreign brands. I mean, most times when I look at branding, so most times when I look at branding and marketing, I look at foreign brands a lot because they tend to know how to pass a message. I'm going to give an instance. So I think everybody knows Selena Gomez.
Yes.
She has a skincare brand. No, not skincare, makeup. Sorry, a makeup brand. Yeah. I mean, they kind of sell skincare now, but makeup, skincare, everything that has to do with your skin. And it's called Rare Beauty. Now, when you hear Rare Beauty, that's where branding starts from. Rare Beauty. Basically, in your head, they're trying to tell you, oh, you have a rare beauty. Like, your beauty is rare, regardless of who you are. And then when you go on the page, you start seeing different skin types, different people with different skin conditions, different type of models, people, different skins, different skin types. If, maybe one part of my face is a different color from the other, different things, just to let you know, every single skin type is beautiful. And all of them still use these same products in their own shades. If it's a foundation, if it's an eyeliner, whatever it is. And then you also go and then you see, motivational posts, no matter your color, you're wonderful. No matter your skin, you're this, you're that. So those type of things, you come to the page and you can already tell.
Makes sense.
You can already tell this is what this brand is about from the name. And then, of course, from the page. Another instance could be Powerhouse. When you go to Powerhouse page, I don't think you would hardly see any posts telling you, come and buy our drink. When you go there, what you mostly see are things that give you a lifestyle of how Powerhouse can make you feel. That's why you will see someone skateboarding, you will see someone running, and then they have Powerhouse. Like just things that let you know, it builds a lifestyle. It builds a relatable lifestyle for people that live in that environment, or live in that, parts they're trying to, market to or to the target audience. Yeah. So that's just it. There's a huge difference.
I agree.
You need to know, even from the name of your brand, how are you trying to speak to your audience? Like, how are you trying to speak to your targeted audience? Are you going to give them a name that they can easily catch up to? Or are you going to give them something that's going to make your branding even complicated? So
it's
everything
that they must be able to catch up with what, at least they must be able to catch up to the message they are passing.
Yes.
And it's not too complicated for them.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I was gonna, because you mentioned something about the target audience, and I wanted us to kind of like, chip into that area a little bit also.